A 20-year-old woman is dead, murdered aboard a luxury superyacht off the coast of Harbour Island, Bahamas. Paige Bell, a stewardess on the far from it, was found with her throat slashed in the yacht's engine room. Her killer, a fellow crew member, was found nearby, injured and with possible signs of self-harm. The far from it is a superyacht that costs up to $165,000 per week to charter. It is not just any boat, it's a luxury vessel used by the wealthy, anchored in a place where billionaires vacation and the elite gather. But on July 3rd, it became the scene of a murder. Early in the afternoon, police were called to the scene after Paige was reported missing. Crew members searched the luxury yacht but couldn't find her. It wasn't until they reached the engine room that they discovered Paige's body. Blood was everywhere and she was found partially undressed, showing signs of a violent struggle, possibly indicating a sexually motivated attack. But Paige wasn't alone in that engine room. The man who had been found near her body when police arrived was 39-year-old Brigido Munoz, a Mexican national and an engineer on the yacht. Munoz was covered in cuts, and it looked as though he had attempted suicide. Was he trying to take his life after the murder, or were the wounds a result of a failed attack? The police didn't waste time, and Munoz was immediately arrested. After a brief visit to a clinic to treat his superficial wounds, his next stop was a Bahamian court where he was charged with the murder of Paige Bell. Right now, little is known about Munoz's state of mind before the killing, or what he has said since being in custody. What could drive a man to kill a young woman working on a luxury yacht, especially in such close proximity to other crew members? Was it a crime of passion, or was there a darker, deeper reason behind the attack? The motive remains unclear. Police have not revealed whether Munoz had any previous relationship with Paige, or whether there were any warning signs leading up to the murder. The lack of a clear motive has fueled speculation and raised even more questions. Was Paige simply at the wrong place at the wrong time, or had she been targeted, perhaps as a result of her obvious beauty and youth? In the days following the murder, an online petition surfaced, calling for background checks to be mandatory for anyone working aboard yachts. While some companies already conduct these checks, it's clear that others don't. Munoz's criminal history remains under investigation, with many wondering if this tragedy could have been avoided had proper vetting procedures been in place. As Paige's family reels from the shock of losing their daughter, tributes have flooded in from all corners of the globe. Friends and former colleagues have shared stories of Paige's infectious laughter and vibrant personality. She was known for her sunny disposition, a young woman with big dreams, who had just begun to make a name for herself in the exclusive world of superyachts. She was set to turn 21 just days after her death. The legal proceedings surrounding this case will be long and complex. Munoz's first court appearance left more questions than answers, with no plea being entered. His defense team has yet to offer an explanation for his actions. With a November hearing scheduled, it could be months before we learn why Paige was killed in such a brutal manner. In the aftermath of Paige's death, her family could potentially take legal action against several parties. First, they could file a wrongful death lawsuit against Munoz, seeking financial compensation for their loss. Since Paige's murder took place aboard a yacht, a crucial question will be whether the yacht's owners, operators, or management company can be held liable. If the owners or managers failed to conduct proper background checks on the crew, or if they were negligent in other aspects of the crew's management, they could potentially be sued for negligence. A civil suit could also target the company that employed Munoz, especially if there is evidence that the company ignored red flags or failed to protect its employees. Additionally, Paige's family could pursue a claim for emotional distress, as they not only lost a loved one, but also endured the pain of knowing she died in such a violent and public manner. The tragedy has opened a dark door into the hidden dangers that lurk in the world of luxury yachts. The reality of working on a super yacht is far removed from the glamorous image often portrayed in the media. Crew members are far from home, working long hours and often in high-pressure situations. How many others are working alongside strangers with dangerous pasts? What is being done to ensure they're being protected? Could Paige's death have been prevented? For now, all we have are the horrifying facts. Paige Bell, a young woman with a bright future, was murdered aboard a super yacht in the Bahamas. Her killer was one of her own crew members, and despite the luxury surrounding the vessel, it's clear that there is no place too rich, too exclusive, or too safe for violence to strike.